more than 115 films to his credit, and a career spanning more than 63 years, Alan Smithee is one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. Released January 4th, 1955, the indiscreet Mrs. Jarvis stars a young Angela Lansbury as a woman desperate to prevent her husband from discovering her sordid past. Perhaps something to do with her previous life as an anthropomorphic teapot. While never having spoken publicly about the production of the film, there are many who believe that the 1993 episode of Murder, She Wrote, The Legend of Borby House, is in fact Mrs. Lansbury's attempt to deal with the trauma she suffered during the shoot. A trauma brought on, perhaps,
by a blood-sucking hellspawn known only as Alan Smithee.
For the next 25 years, Smithee moved from one production to the next, winding his way through Hollywood, similar to a vampiric mist, directing such films as The Iron Cowboy, Death of a Gunfighter, The Barking Dog, Gypsy Angels, City in Fear, and Fun and Games. Every one of which was, you know, a movie. I mean, not a good movie, but what is? In 1981, however, Smithee seemed to come into his own, directing the film Student Bodies, which is, without question, the film Kevin Williamson ripped off to make Scream. Okay, go watch it. Then in 1983, Smithee received a second unit director's credit for Twilight Zone, the movie. But I think we all know that Smithee's hand was behind the entire film. Which brings us to Dune and David Lynch. Now, I don't think you need me to tell you that the movies of David Lynch were clearly made by a vampire. Anybody that's watched absolutely any of them knows that. I mean, you drop a 10 strip and sit down and listen to the Lost Highway soundtrack and tell me you can't smell vampiric influence all over that bad boy. But what does that have to do with Alan Smithee? Well, if you watch the television cut of David Lynch's seminal sci-fi classic Dune, Alan Smithee has the director's credit. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. I mean, you could, but it would kind of undercut the purpose of this entire video, so I'd just ignore you. And of course, let's not forget that hard-hitting expose of American policing, Maniac Cop 3. Best documentary I've ever seen.